Hello out there in YouTube land. I am back. You're supposed to say, yay, he's back. I just got here. I unloaded the car. Got the stuff out of the windows. It's 75 in here, 70 in here, and 80 outside. So I think we might be on the right track. This time, I'm going to work on the kitchen area. I'm working from east to west, and I'm doing that for good reason. I'm going to get everything I can done in here. Oh, that's bright. Turn on the dim one. I'm going to get everything I can to get done in here. We got a section of paneling up on the ceiling. I got to turn on the pump. You probably can't see it. Where's my little ladder? Anybody see my little ladder? Probably can't see it unless I climb up on this little ladder. We're using R38 insulation on the roof inside the ceiling. There's no room in there to work. You might be able to see it. There's a chunk of it there. We're using that and a layer of this foam. Plus we have the foam that's on the roof, the heat barrier thing. So I got, on the way up here, got another big bundle of insulation for the roof. So this time, we know that the countertops are going to be right here, or the bottoms of the cabinets. So I'm going to put up metal across here. I cut them all just a hair bit longer than what they need to be, and get this section finished, this section finished all around there, and all of this finished. I'm kind of planning on going and doing some riding, so that's all that I'm absolutely planning on doing, and I doubt that I get that done knowing the way I do things. But anyhow, that's what I'm planning on doing. Once I get that done, I come in here in the bathroom and work on this trim. I got to get that trim done. So we're going to get all that done. All this insulation up in here, up in the rafters, is R38. This foam that I'm using has an R factor of 3. And I don't know what the stuff up there on the roof has, if anything. It's got to have something. So we might be looking 41 or 42 R factor or something like that. But the other thing that I'm going to be doing, yep, 70 degrees. The other thing I'm going to be doing is paying a very close attention to my voltages back here. We're setting at 12.9 right now. The blue panel, let me swing around this bike. It says 13.8, 13.9, 13.8, charging at 0.8 amps. So these are cycling. This one's already off. This one's cycling a little bit. 0.18 amps. 0.32 amps. And 0.5 amps. This one is it's off. It's not even charging. So they're cycling the way they're supposed to. Everything's cycling. I want to check my water while I'm here and just make sure everything's working. What I'm going to do is see how long it takes this battery to get fully charged. after I run everything all night, I kind of remembered that I don't remember if I tightened this. Yeah, and yes, I did. You want to make sure that everything's tight because it'll create a hot spot. And it probably won't start a fire, but it'll melt your plastic. But I need to get these bikes out of here so I can do some work. I might have to assemble that drywall lift. And what I'm trying to do is figure out if I really need any more solar panels. I've got 4 more left. I'll probably put up 1 more for sure. And then if we don't need them, I'll either store them or sell them, the other 3. But I want to make sure that everything's working right. I am not 100% sure that we need more panels at all, because this thing's really charging good. I've got 4 on the roof, 2 on the east end, and 2 on the west end. So it stays charging. It starts charging early in the morning and just kind of works its way up. Once I get everything up there that I want or need, I will start cleaning that mess up there up and get it tied down the way it needs to be so I don't have a mess. But that's kind of the plan. I moved the trailer because UPS is going to be coming tomorrow. Maybe, if they don't take it to the post office. Then I have to drive 30 miles. We've got a almost half moon up there. And it's just pretty. Might as well just stand here and enjoy it for a few minutes. There's the sun. You can see it in the picture, nice and red. Probably coming up through the California smog. Don't know how people live out there. We had a lot of cows out here the other day. You can see their tracks all over the place. And the fence isn't tore down, so that's a good thing. One issue that we're really having, it's really, really a hard one, is how big of a dog fence do we want? It doesn't have to be that big, but we really do want it to be big. It's just a really difficult issue. I'd like to go way out there with it, but I want to keep this road open so that they can get to our propane and water if we need it. I don't think we're going to need water, but propane we might every now and then. But those are the big things I'm going to be working on. I need to be kind of going back and forth for a while. I need to get this siding finished around here, so I might work on that too. I figure if I can get just this much of it done, I'll be doing good. This little yucca here, I really like that plant. It got mowed down when they were putting in the lawn or the pad, but it came back pretty good. And it looks like it's still coming back. But that's the plan. We will see how it goes. I still hear a buzz out here. I do not know what it is. It's not coming from inside. Have no idea what it is. Anyhow, I'm going to get to work. Y'all have fun out there. Good morning, everybody. The sun's starting to come up out there. Way out there. I just kind of got up. I'm going to walk in. Oh, it's cold in here. Walk into the garage and check the voltage. 12.64. 12.4, 12.6, 12.4, 12.4. I'm going to go by this one, 12.64. So we lost about 0.2 of a volt overnight. That was with the TV plugged in, the what is that thing? Nothing else was plugged in. That's the only 110 other than the whatever that thing is, the refrigerator. It was plugged in overnight. So we're losing 0.2 of a volt. That's not bad. So I'm not so sure that we're going to need more solar panels up. But I don't want to go outside. It's windy and chilly. 40 degrees, I think. Oh no, 38, and I'm running around in my underwear. Yay! But the sun's starting to come up. 0.2 of a volt is not bad at all. I can be happy with that. I'm not so sure that we're going to need more panels. I may put just one more up and call it good. Cows were crazy last night. They were out mooing, and the wind was crazier. It was howling last night. But I don't know what the temperature is in here. Well, not too hard to find out, I guess. Turn the lights back on. .70 degrees, and this one here says 69, so it's warm, good enough. The heater is set at 65, so we're good. I'm going back to bed. Okay, I'm going to walk in here and check my voltages. It's about, I don't know what time it is. It's sometime in the morning. Walk back this way. Turn this down. Okay, where was I going to do? I was going to check the time. It's 8:48. Our voltage is 13.21, if you can see that through the reflection. Our 12 volts, we're putting out 5.1 amps on 12, getting 24 amps into the batteries and 7 amps on AC. So it looks like everything's charging. I'm going to keep a close eye on it, decide how much we really need to, what we really need to do. I may put one more, either move the third one that I put here over to this one, or put one more panel up to go to this one. That will knock this one back down to about 14 amps, 14 to 18 amps, and raise this one. And it'll just equal those out. But last night what I was seeing was these were cycling at very, very low amperage rates. They're turning off and on. So we have 13 amps on the east, 7.91 on the roof, 0.7 on west, and 2 on the roof, about 2.5 on the roof. So we're doing okay. We're not boiling the batteries, it doesn't seem like. Now, I'm going to get to work. I want to do as much as I can this trip. Feels like I need to cut my toenails. One thing a person does not do with me is touch my toenails, and I have to touch my toenails. That's like a, ew, yuck, it's worse than spiders, believe it or not. Okay, pretty out there. Windier than heck, but pretty. Alright, I'm going to get to work. Y'all have fun out there.
By all the lobbyists, all the specialists,
I gotta turn the volume down.
The House Ways and Means staff and all the other
How do I do
Republicans in power in Washington to try to say, hey, don't hurt my interest, you know, if you're going to...
Okay, there we go. Listening to Fox. Hoping that Hillary finally gets thrown in prison. We will see. That's what I got done. Took most of the day. Where the blank spots are, there'll be cabinets. I'm not going to do this part right now. There'll be a big cabinet right there. And that's about it. I need some wall blanks because I need to cut this one specifically. These two I actually need to cut. This one here went in okay. I think we have some white ones around, but I'm not sure. Didn't find them. Okay, I got all that done. Gonna take a break. I don't even know what time it is. 1 o'clock. Took to 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock to do that. And I didn't make any mistakes. Didn't waste any metal. That's a good thing. So I do need some more screws. Running short on screws. I'm not going to have enough to finish this because I'm going to start on this side next. So off we go. I thought I'd better come back here and take a look at this. Got 22 amps. It's jumping around a lot. That means these are cycling. The east is off. See if it's getting anything. No amps. This roof one is turning off and on. See it there? It's cycling off and on. The west is 6 amps. 8 amps. And the roof is not pumping anything, it's just cycling off and on. Perfect. Now it's at 24 amps. That's what we want it to do. Just turn off and on. Cycle. Perfect. But I do think it's too windy to do anything out there today. I figured out how to lift those panels up by myself so it wouldn't be a problem. So I'm not going to do it though. I might fall off. Anyhow, I don't really think I'm going to need any more panels. I do want one more. But this shunt is the main shunt from the solar panels to the batteries, and it's ice cold. It's not at all warm. The other day when it was doing 40 amps, I could feel just a little warmth on that, but not too bad. We're drawing 8 amps. I've got the TV on, the dish on, I've got the internet on. Those all run on 110. I had the radio on, but I turned it off to listen to the news. And we have the refrigerator. I think I have a battery in there charging too, so there's a lot on there right now. Yeah, there's battery charging. and it's charged, so I'll take it off and set it aside. I can unplug that. Sue got this strange little metal cutter. It's helping a lot for cutting the holes for, oh, what are those things? Cutting the holes for the light sockets. It's a double-headed cutter, whatever that is. It really makes a mess. You're going to have to be really, really, really skilled to cut a straight line. I haven't cut a straight line with it yet. And you end up with a lot of metal on the floor. But things are going pretty good. I got that done. I'm happy with it. It's not 100% perfect, but it's pretty good. Well, I also have the water heater on. I can turn that off. So we're good. And I have my laptop charging. There's a lot on there. Let's go back there and take a look again. I don't want to drive to town, but I may have to because I do need those screws. We're doing really well on charging. I'm just not at all sure that we're going to need more panels. I'm just going to watch it here for a couple of days. We're at 3.99 volts. The other chargers here say 3.7. Everything's pretty cool. Backing out. I got that little section up. Made a goof, but I can fix it pretty easy. It's like, what part of 14 3/4 do I not understand? Yeah, but anyhow, that's easily fixed with trim. And I got the rest of that up. Well, I didn't get it up, but I got that up. It worked out good. I am not 100% sure that I want to try and use this stuff. I have 2 more panels, plus that one on the floor. I should have more than enough to do that, just in scrap, just in that piece. One of these, maybe that one and that piece. I should have more than enough. I should have close to a full sheet left over. So I'm going to get at it. Okay, I got a bunch of it done, but I ran out of screws. How hard is it to run out of screws? Yeah, well, I'm going to do a good job of it. I'm going to walk back here and check the voltages. 14.4, 14.0, 14.0, 14.0. And the solar to the batteries is 14.3. We're putting in 13 amps. I'm going to start at the east end. Nothing out of the east end. Nothing out of the roof. And 12 out of the west end. And nothing out of the roof. It is about 3:45 in the afternoon. The sun is still glaring down on the roof. So they've just cycled themselves off. Alright, that's a good thing. I'm using number 12 sheet metal screws with the washer. Roofing screws is what they are, and I did run out. I'm going to have to put molding around all of these because that is sharper than shit. It will cut you. So, and I'm going to put an insulation pad around this just to fill up the gap. I'll have to fix this one and put my 12 volt outside connector in. That's about it. I'm just going to pack up my stuff and head to town. 100 miles to town. Oh boy. Can't believe I ran out of screws. Well, I can, but you never know. So the west jumped up to 13.5, or I'm sorry, the roof jumped up to 13.5. Nothing out of the east. Nothing out of the small one. So this one here is just cycling off and on. We're still at 13.5 out of the west panel. So if they're just cycling off and on, that's exactly what they're supposed to do. But I need to go and get that. They close at 9 or 10, somewhere in there. I kind of like to watch Ancient Aliens, but probably not going to happen tonight. So I was going to take the bike, but it got really nice here. Maybe tomorrow I'll take a break and take the bike. But back to work, have to get running. Here we have a giant man-eating stuffed roadrunner. Giant radioactive man-eating stuffed roadrunner. It was killed back in the 60s by a Chinese man by the name of Y. Li, and he was from the Chinese province of Kaioutai. This roadrunner was capable of running about 150 miles an hour, and he was killed completely by accident, actually, by a Acme slingshot. Y. Li had an Acme slingshot, and he fired a walnut at this, and the roadrunner saw it coming. He was running down the road really fast, and he caught it in his mouth, but it went down the wrong pipe, and he choked to death. Otherwise, he's pretty indestructible. His feathers were almost metallic, and Y. Li had him stuffed, and here he is. Pretty cool. Thought I'd share that with everybody. Okay, I got to town, got what I needed. 2 hours there and 2 hours back, so that is done. I'll work on the rest of this tomorrow. It shouldn't take too long. It took me all day to do this much, but with any luck it won't take too long to finish it. I see a couple of sharp edges, so I'll have to put something over later. But I'm going to give up for the night and sit down and watch Ancient Aliens. I don't know what day I'm going to leave yet, but we'll figure it out. I'll get this one published tonight. You all have fun.